What is up, you guys? It is Charm Mulan. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn your post notifications on so you'll be notified when I post a new video. And yeah, let's get into another juicy story time. Now, quick disclaimer once again, I do not have anything written down, so I might get a little messed up, I might not. We'll just have to see and get through the video. Because this story time took place when I was about, I want to say maybe 18 or 19 years old. Was I 18 or 19? Yeah, I had to be. This was, dang. Yes, I was probably, yeah, I was 18 or 19 years old. So, in our previous story time, I told y'all I graduated high school early. So that made me have like a lot of free time and time to make money. And basically, when I graduated early, I told y'all I was out doing little things to make money. And this particular weekend, I had left New York. Yes, I went back to live with my mother, but around the time, like, I had a curfew and I had left New York without my mother knowing. And I had told her that I was I was gonna have a sleepover with a friend. Now, I'm gonna call this friend Tasha. Now, Tasha was literally somebody I call my sister. Around the time, she already knew that I was struggling and dealing with a lot of fake friends. And Tasha at the time definitely did not give me like a fake vibe. Like, overall, she seemed real. It seemed like we was on the same type of timing. It seemed like it was an actual genuine connection. So, like I said, I definitely used her as an alibi to go and make money. I don't know how the sleepover went, but around this time, or how the sleepover plans went, but I think around this time, I don't know if my mom knew I was lying, but my mom definitely spoke to Tasha herself. She didn't speak to Tasha's mother, but she spoke to Tasha, which was kind of dumb because Tasha was also 18, and like it just looked weird. Like, basically, why couldn't my mom speak to Tasha's actual mother? So off rip, my mother should have already knew it was something weird going on. I believe I went to Pennsylvania. I had ended up falling out with the person that I went with, and like we had gotten to an argument and stuff, and he disrespected me, so I decided to leave. But upon me deciding to leave, I actually did not even get a chance to make money before I even left because one, it was snowing, and two, everything was just moving slow. Before I left New York, I made money with this person and things were going really good, but it seemed like as soon as we got to Pennsylvania, things just got extremely slow. And it pissed me off. Like, I do not let nothing stop me. I don't let snow stop me. And it just seemed like the people I was around was letting the weather stop them. Like, I was just trying to make a quick bag and literally skedaddle. Like I said, I'm giving y'all this backstory just so y'all know, like, what led up to everything. But with that being said, I didn't have any money, so I had ended up calling my sister to get me like a bus ticket and to like help me get home from Pennsylvania. And basically, my sister did not have any money or did not want to give me any money to get on the bus. So she had ended up telling my mother, and that is how my mother found out that instead of me being at Tasha's house for the weekend, like I told her I would be, I ended up being somewhere else, which ultimately led me to like be in some sort of trouble at 18. I ended up getting back to New York around like 3 or 4 o'clock, and I didn't go straight home. I went to a friend's house because I actually didn't want to face like my mother. Like, I felt like at the time everyone was against me and everyone didn't understand my position. Like, I don't even understand that because my mom wasn't giving me any money. So like, I know she wouldn't understand, but it's just like, like, I'm just trying to make some money. Ain't nobody giving me money, so I'm trying to make money. And around the time Jersey's minimum wage was, I think, $8 or $9, and this was in 2018. And yes, the minimum wage is that low in Jersey, and it's crazy that it's that low because the price of living is definitely still expensive, no matter how low the minimum wage is, which is really, really like insane. So around the time I was working at a grocery store and not making a lot of money and not having good hours, so that was my alternative. And I got home that night in Jersey, because that's where my mom was living at the time. I got home around maybe like 8 o'clock. And like I told y'all before, she let her husband talk to me any type of way. She let her husband disrespect me, have a say so on my life. And like I said, I literally met this man a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. So that was nobody for me to really like take a say so from, or like anything like that, in my opinion. Even with me being 18, I only knew this man. I met this man at 16 going on 17. Like, he has not been in my life long. And that's how I know, because my brother was still in my mom's stomach. Like, my mother did not wait to get pregnant by her husband, like, at all. And I don't judge that, because things happen and like children are blessings and stuff. But yeah, that just goes to show you the timeline of it wasn't far along into their relationship where he felt like he had to say so over me and my sister. He's basically saying little stuff like, oh, she didn't have no money to get home, but she have a new pair of Jordans on, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm home. All right, y'all want some sort of punishment over me? I'm just like, let my mom speak to me. Like, you don't have to speak to me, or you don't have to feel like you want to disrespect me because like you're trying to have my mom's back. Like, I'm getting a wrath from my mother. I don't need you, which is somebody that's not my father, speaking to me or trying to reprimand me or trying to say little funny things to me. So like, just make me uncomfortable, more uncomfortable than I already am. Like, I already get it. I'm in trouble. I this is when I came back to live with my mother. So I'm like, I get it. I'm in trouble. It is the end of third. With that being said, the next thing that was said was, because we all had a conversation. We sat, and at this point, my sister was at the table as well, and my sister was not on my side, which is fine. At the time, everybody felt like I was reckless and I was going crazy and I was this and I was that. I was a whole bunch of things to a whole bunch of people, which I didn't really care about, because nobody understood what I was going through and nobody understood my struggles at the time. So, yeah, I love this wig. But basically, the next thing that was said was, my mom told me to give her my phone. So I'm just like, yo, I'm like, what is my phone? Like, I get it, you paying for my phone, but that's literally the only thing you pay for. Like, what else do you pay for? You want me to contribute to your household at 18, somewhere where you rent? What do you want me to do? I'm not making enough money. Every time I do something, it doesn't work out. So it's just like, at 18, I don't know what she wanted me to contribute towards. So with my punishment at 18, she took my phone. Mind you, I had already been in and out of my mom's house. So for her to even take my phone, it was just like, girl, you're trying to break me down. Like, literally, I'm not going to have no communication with anybody and stuff like that. So she took the phone because she was paying for the phone. After she did that, and after she let her husband talk to me any type of way, even regardless of whether it was the situation, he knew about the situation, I went upstairs to the room I was staying in at the time. And I thought about it, and I thought, and I thought, and I thought, and I was just like, bro, I'm not dealing with this. Like, and I don't know if I was overreacting as a child, but my mother, like, it wasn't even the fact that I was in trouble. It was the fact that her husband had nothing to do with it. She didn't even have to tell her husband. And literally, like, once again, he had to say so. And after that, I'm like, I already left you because I didn't want to deal with her husband. So me dealing with her husband again, I just left. Like, I'm like, I left. Yes, I left with no phone. I left with nothing. I don't know where I had showed up to. I think I had went back to my friend's house. I'm not gonna disclose or whatever. But I went back to their house, and I had ended up needing to make another plan. So I was using my friend's phone to like text people on Snapchat, do this and do that. And one of the people I had ended up texting was, I had texted two people. So I had texted, and excuse the background noise if I don't get to edit it out. I'm going to call one of them Wiz, and I'm going to call, well, y'all already know Tasha. I had ended up texting Wiz and Tasha. They're both girls, obviously. Y'all know Tasha's a girl, but Wiz is a female as well. Somebody that I had also called my sister. Out of those two females I mentioned, at the time, Wiz did not respond until maybe like, I don't know when Wiz really responded. I think she responded, but she responded too late. Like, I already needed another house to go to, because my friend's house at the time was not somewhere where I wanted to stay or where I wanted to be. So I had ended up going to Tasha's house, and Tasha made it seem like, like I said, she was understanding. She was like, I go through things with my mom. So like, when I tell my mom your situation, she's going to understand, especially with, mind you, days prior to me getting in to the little incident with me needing money to get home, her husband had already, it was a situation where he's wanted me to clean the toilet or something like that. He said there was blood on the toilet, and I'm like, bro, I have not been on my, I'm not on my period. I don't know what that is on the toilet, but I literally cleaned the bathroom, and he literally put his hand around my neck, and he tried to he was like, you don't see that blood on the toilet or whatever. And with that being said, I had left that night to go to Tasha's house, and I had asked my mom to sleep over her house. And even with that situation and him putting his hands on me for the first time, she didn't even let me sleep over Tasha's house. Like, she didn't even give me leeway to be like, oh, you know what? It was a situation with her and my boyfriend, because he wasn't her husband at the time. Her and my boyfriend, let her blow off some steam at her friend's house. Nope. So basically, we told Tasha's mom that situation. We was just like, Tasha's mom was like, no, like, you could stay here. Like, Tasha's mom was so freaking sweet. Like, I wish I had a relationship with her to this day. She was a sweetheart, but I guess she was not sweet to Tasha. But they already had their own history. But with Tasha's mom hearing my situation and hearing that basically my mom let her husband put her hands on me, she just had like a little soft spot for me. Like, it was also, I was still, like I said in my last story time, I was one of those friends that I graduated early. Like, so it wasn't like everybody looked at me highly and looked at me and put me on a pedestal. Like, okay, she's one of the friends. She's the smart friend. She's the one that gets stuff done. She's on her stuff. She's making money. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's mother that like I was a friend of looked at me highly, which I loved and I honored, because I was trying to be on my stuff, and I did want to graduate early to get in a better position in life and just ultimately just do what I have to do. So yeah, let's move on. The first incident with Tasha was that I was basically talking to somebody, and me and the person that I was talking to, we had fell out, and I had realized she was in like in some type of communication with this person. And I looked at it funny, but I'm just like, let me just brush it off. Like, it's nothing. It's nothing that serious. Like, I don't like falling out with friends over guys and over boys and stuff. So I took it as a grain of salt. I knew it was fake, but at the time like I said, I let it slide, and I wasn't about to just ruin the whole friendship. But in all actuality, that was some fake ass shit. Excuse my language. I was very fake of her, and she already knew I was speaking to this person prior. So for her to even entertain conversations with this person, and obviously, yes, he was trying to talk to her in that way, that was ultimately fake. So that was my first red flag, that I already knew that it should have been like charm. But once again, I had nowhere to stay. I didn't have a lot of friends. She had already knew I was dealing with a lot of nonsense from friends at the time. So I just rolled with the punches of just being her friend. And basically, I had stayed at her house for about maybe a week and a half. And like I said, Tasha already had underlying issues with her mom, with her sweet ass mom. And basically, one day, I don't know why I was in the city. Okay, one day I had went to Tasha's job to meet her so we could, I don't know what we was on our way to go do, but basically in the midst of me waiting for her, Tasha's mom called me and she's like, Charm, if you stay here, don't trust Tasha. Take your wallet with you to the bathroom when you go shower. Don't leave nothing around her. Like, basically just telling me to not trust her. This is Tasha's own mother telling me this, and Tasha's own mother is telling me to watch my back. So I'm just like, I'm not thinking anything of it, but I'm just like, okay, like I listened to what she said. Like, I started bringing my belongings to the bathroom and stuff. I started listening to her, basically around the time Tasha had took her mom's debit card and I guess did something illegal with the debit card. Y'all already know, like, I guess put a fake check on it. So I'm just like, okay, mom, like, I'm an innocent girl, so I call everybody's mom. I'm like, all right, like, no problem. And literally 2 days later, Tasha called, she texts me and she's like, no, did she text me? I don't remember because I don't even think I have my phone yet. I think I had a phone. I don't know if I had a phone, whether she gave me a phone or whether I was using a phone that was off for one of my old phones. I think I was using an old phone, but it had no service on it. I don't know how I got this phone, but I know it wasn't a yes, I think she had gave me a phone that had no service on it. So I was just doing my little ones and twos and stuff, but this phone had no service on it. But one day I got on Wi-Fi and I think I received a DM or some type of something to where she texted me and she was like, Charm, I got kicked out. So obviously, I got kicked out right along with her. But her mother didn't necessarily say, Charm, you gotta go. But I guess because Tasha was kicked out, she assumed that I had to leave too. Mind you, her mother never even said I had to leave. But I guess misery loves company. She like, bitch, I can't stay in the house. Girl, you can't stay in the house. So it was what it was with that. We had ended up I knew this person since I knew we're gonna call the boy. What can I call him? I'm gonna call him Leo. So Leo was someone I had knew since I was about maybe 12 years old, maybe 12, 13 years old. I knew him in middle school and we used to flirt around and stuff. That's when everybody used to flirt with each other. So he was the only person that would let me and Tasha stay in his house. So I slept on the couch. Around the time I had knew Leo had something going on because he always got something going on. He had a girl, mind you, Tasha is the one telling me that Leo has a girlfriend. So I don't care. Like, girl, if you knew the man had a girlfriend, why you want to sleep in the same bed as him? And then she didn't even sleep head to foot with him. She slept head to head with him. He was holding her. I'm like, I'll take the couch. I slept on the couch with the damn dog. All right, granted, the couch probably wasn't big enough for me and Tasha, but I could have made space for her on the couch. Like, it was no problem. But she slept on the bed with him. I found that odd. I found that weird. Girl is giving home record. Yes, at 18 years old. Because would you want somebody to do that to you? Like, all right, you don't owe no loyalty to nobody. But it's like, girl, you already, you know that that he has someone. But I guess it didn't mean nothing to her. But Leo ends up, because Leo was in the money getting game. So Leo had to take a road trip, and obviously me and Tasha had to leave. So I thought me and Tasha was like in sync with it. Like, we already had each other back. Like, wherever I went, she would have had a place to stay, especially because we both got kicked out around at, like, obviously at the same time. So if I go somewhere, she would have a place to stay, and if she goes somewhere, she would have a place to stay. I mean, I would have a place to stay. But that was not the case. So basically, out of nowhere, Leo is saying, yo, like, y'all got to figure out somewhere to go because I'm about to leave for a couple of days. Y'all probably could come back when I get back or whatever. So I'm like, all right. I'm thinking I'm going with Tasha. Tasha makes her own plans, and Tasha makes her plans with a mutual friend of ours. And I was, at the time, I was close to the mutual friend as well. We're going to call her Lisa. So she ends up going to Lisa's house, which was like, she ends up going to Lisa's house. So at the time, I had texted Wiz, and around the time Wiz was going to college, obviously a college that everybody goes to. Lisa was going to SI, and I had ended up leaving Brooklyn, taking a ferry to SI. This was around like 9-10 o'clock at night. Still, I had no phone. Once again, I think I was on either I was, like I said, I think I was on my phone with no service, or I was on a separate phone. Like, I can't remember, like, I really can't remember. And that's one detail I wish I did remember. But I had ended up, like, I'm literally at the ferry station in Staten Island, and I'm literally like just looking around, hoping Wiz sees me. Like, it was just a sad, terrible sight. And I just felt like, as a friend, Tasha should have, I feel like if misery loves company and you felt like I had to leave, which your mother didn't say, Charm gotta go, just because you was bothering your mother all the time. It's just like, all right, misery loves company, but it's like, when you're up, you didn't even look out for me and be like, if she can't go to Leslie's house, then I'm gonna have to figure out I'm gonna have to improvise and find somewhere else for us to stay, just like I found Leo's house to stay at. Because I would have did the same thing for her, and I've done that for plenty of my friends later on in life as well. Like, it just can't be, oh, I got a place to stay and you don't. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, thank God Wiz finds me. Like, she just sees me, which she was my angel at the time, but she was an angel that was also throwing the fact that she helped me in my face. Like, I just was around a whole bunch of fake people, bro. Like, it just was sad at the time. So basically, I'm with her at her dorm, and I can't stay at the dorm because I guess I never lived college life in terms of staying in the dorms, but it's very strict. So after a while, you can't have no visitors, or you can only have like 3 visitors a week. So some days I would have to literally sneak in, and like, they would have a laundry cart or like a garbage cart or something like that, and I would have to literally get in the garbage cart and literally get wheeled up to her room so that I didn't have to sign anything, because like I said, you can only get 3 times to visit, like a visitor's pass of 3 days, and that was it. Like, I could not stay the whole week and stuff without having to like find an escape plan or do something or do that. But luckily, she figured out ways for me to stay for about a week and a half. And after that week, she had ended up having me live at her house. She was like, I'm barely here. I'm in college. I'm away. So you could just stay here and I'll just let my mom know. But mind you, at the time, nobody was letting their moms know. Like, everybody was just dumping me at their house and not saying nothing to the adults or the person that owns the house. And it was just a whole bunch of messy stuff. But around this time, I don't know if Wiz went on a break or that I think she would come home from school on the weekends to, like, do her entrepreneurship and make sure, she made money. So we, like, she would even have me help her sometimes, which was really good. And one particular weekend, I had ended up speaking to Lisa, the mutual friend that what happened was Lisa and Tasha fell out. So that's when Lisa started calling me, and like, because mind you, I didn't even know that. I really didn't remember. I don't think, after a while of me being with Wiz, I didn't really even remember that Tasha and Lisa was Lisa helped Tasha out. So I'm just like, okay. So Lisa's telling me, yeah, this girl disrespected my mother and this, that, and the third. And then she blurts out like, and she was talking about you. And I guess this was a week of her staying in Lisa's house that these incidents occurred. So I'm like, really? Like, what happened? She tells me the situation, but not in depth. But I don't really care about her situation. I want to know what Tasha had to say about me, because I'm just like, what could, like, I'm thinking me and this girl is sisters. Tasha knew my struggles of dealing with fake friends. Tasha knew my struggles of dealing with my mom's boyfriend at the time, abusing me, putting his hands on me, verbally abusing me, always having to say so. Like, she knew my struggle. So to go to someone's house and talk about me was crazy. So basically, Lisa was telling me, Tasha was saying like, oh, when we went to Leo's house, she wanted to sleep in the bed with Leo. But mind you, like, the Tasha was lying, because I'm just like, I already knew Leo had Tasha told me that Leo had a girlfriend. I wasn't interested in Leo. I just needed some place to rest my head. Like, at this time, after the flirting stuff in high school from 10 years before that, me and Leo actually became like bro and sis. Like, we never did nothing as children, nothing like that. So that like legit became my bro. Like, to the point where even when I found my job after leaving his house, I'm like, yo, bro, I got a job. He like, congratulations. Like, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. Like, literally helping me eat. Like, it wasn't nothing to where, to the extent that I don't know what she was trying to misconstrue, or she was basically making it seem like I was trying to talk to Leo. Then I don't know what else she had said. She was just talking about me like a dog. And around this time, I'm asking, I already know if she was talking about me, and now you wanna tell me what she said when y'all fall out. You have to be talking about me too. Or what? I was like, and Lisa, what did you say? Because now at this point, I'm just like, I'm ready. I'm so angry at life. I'm so angry that I keep letting fake people in. I'm so angry that I keep having to go through these little things. Like, you would vent to somebody and tell them all your struggles for them to do some bullshit to you. Like, I just don't understand that. Like, I really don't get like why females would come into your life just to talk about you on the back end and be fake. Like, I don't know what that is. So around this time, oh, I forgot to tell y'all, when I was leaving, when Tasha had told me that we had to leave, she didn't even let me pack my own stuff. Key point, I did not get to pack my own stuff, but in the midst of me moving around, I didn't realize I had some stuff missing. I had sneakers missing. I had makeup palettes missing that my mother gave to me and stuff. I'm just like, all right, no problem. Like, really coming to think about it, like, how do I come to stay with you and you steal from me, or you don't even allow me to pack all my stuff? It's like she wanted to steal from me. Like, think in hindsight, this girl is so weird. And I'm older speaking about this, but in hindsight, I was around some messed up females, messed up males, just all, like, in total, just had a messed up life. But where was I at? I'm asking Lisa, like, what did you say in return of her speaking about me? Like, did you defend me? I'm not gonna lie, she didn't really say she defended me. She said she was just really listening. But I'm sure if Tasha was talking about me, she had shit to talk to, which was really weird. Like, I'm not gonna lie, nobody can talk about my friends in front of me. Nobody can talk about my friends, period. Like, don't speak about my friends. Like, if you my real friend, I'm always gonna have your back. I'm always gonna defend you. I'm always gonna fight for you. And I just be wanting that in return. And it's like, I never met somebody with that energy. The only person that has that energy for me is literally my older sister. And that's why I would love my sister to death, because you cannot talk about me, period. Like, and I have yet to meet a friend that's not related to me, or meet somebody that's not related to me like that. So yeah, that's why I don't take females serious. I just don't. I don't take females serious. I don't take men serious. Like, I'm to the point where all my high school trauma has led me to stay to myself, to the point where even I've gotten into situations as adults, and the people that I thought was my friends did not. I don't want no physical. Yeah, even physicalities. Like, if you see me fighting, girl, all right, you're not a fighter, but I fought with multiple friends. Like, how you not a fighter, but you was fighting, and I was fighting for you, but now all of a sudden you don't want to fight for me. Like, I just feel like females are freaking weird. Like, weird, weird, weird. And that's why I don't call people my friend. I have struggles with, like, calling, like, I have trust issues when it comes to females and males, but I'm not gonna lie, a lot of my trust issues came from females. So, and I have another story time for y'all with that as well. But basically, like I told y'all, I had left some stuff at Tasha's house. Well, I had left some stuff at Tasha's house. So I'm telling Tasha, after I got off the phone with Lisa and Lisa had told me what she said, I was ultimately hurt. I'm like, you know what, Tasha, I got stuff at your house. Let me grab it, come bring it down or whatever. But Wiz, because around the time Wiz would be fighting a lot, like, or she would just be in drama. So she loved it. She already knew that what my plan was. I was like, I'm gonna get my stuff from her, but I don't even want the stuff. Like, around the time I didn't even want the stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna get it, and I got a plan. So mind you, we link Wiz bros, because around the time she had a lot of bros and stuff. She still got a lot of bros, but she had a lot of male friends. We was linking up with them, and we was about to go to a party. And at the time, she was a party girl. She's still a party girl or whatever. And I'm just like, we outside with it tonight. Like, mind you, I'm just angry. Whole time I'm on my way to her Tasha's house, I'm tight. Like, I can't believe this girl did this to me. Like, I can't believe, like, I was in a situation again. I vented to her for her to do some weird stuff to me. And I called Tasha outside. I'm like, yeah, bring my stuff or whatever. And basically, I was like, I called Lisa on the phone. I was like, and Lisa, what she said? Lisa starts repeating to me all the stuff she said. And I said, Lisa, on top of that, let me know what you said, because I'm on my way to your crib next. I'm not playing. Like, around the time I just felt like I had a demon on me, to the point where I got demons around me that's being fake to me. And at that time, I was so angry. I felt like I had a demon on me. I said, Lisa, tell me what you said now. Because if I ask Tasha what you said, and you don't tell me, and you ain't tell me what you said the first time, I'm coming to your house, and I swear you better come outside. Like, you better come outside, because I'm not, at that point, I wanted to fight everybody. I want to fight everybody and their mama. So I'm like, Tasha, stop lying. Like, tell me what you said. Tell me what you said. So she's not saying nothing. I said, put the stuff down. Keep in mind how I told y'all I left makeup palettes at her house and other stuff that I did not get to pack. This girl literally only brings down a little bag of stuff, and the bag only had one item in it, which was a Nike half zip, like, spandex long sleeve shirt. Another thing I forgot to add, in those days of us separating and her going to Lisa's house, I literally saw her on her Instagram story and on her Instagram post wearing mad of my clothes, which was really crazy to me. Like, I'm just like, girl, you have no remorse for me. And then once again, you only bring down one item, and was not all of my clothes and all of my stuff that I left. And let's get it on. Like, let's get in the field. Like, I was over it at that point. So I'm like, Tasha, lie again. You know what? Put my phone down. Boom, I slapped the slap. And I'm so mad because my sister has a video. I know I can't post it, but it was like, my sister was like, it sound, because I think, yes, Wiz recorded the video, and I got the video, and basically I sent it to my sister, and my sister was like, yo, it sounded like a thunderclap. Like, it sounded like you slapped her and broke something, like, on her face. So she's like, Tasha's like, you gonna hit me? I'm like, yeah, you keep lying. Yeah, let's get it on. You had so much to say to me behind my back, this, that, and the third. Bro, I'm fighting her. We getting it on. I'm not gonna lie, she could fight too. Fine, that's cool. Everybody could fight. No, well, not everybody, but I'm a little tomboy. For the people that don't know in the back, I'm a tomboy and I'm very rough, and don't let the pretty face and the nice wigs and my nails being done sometimes fool you. Because I am a roughhouser, and yeah, I grew out of it, but I'm very rough. Typically, I'm very rough and I'm very aggressive, and I'm toning it down as I get older. And it's something that I always worked on and stuff. It's because I grew up around a lot of uncles and I always used to play fight and stuff. So that's just my history. But we're fighting. And she's like, Charm, stop. I'm peeing on myself. I have my period. I'm like, at this time, I'm so angry. Like, I don't stop. Like, I literally do not stop. Like, Wiz has to pull me off. She's like, Charm, all right, stop. But Tasha could fight too. So I'm like, bro, we fighting. Like, bro, leave me alone. Like, let's get it on. Her brother calls the cop. The cops get there, like, as soon as we pulled off, we like, bro, the brother came outside. The brother's on the phone with the police. Like, he calls the cops. And once I see him call the cops and Wiz started pulling me off like more, I'm like, oh, we out. Because I am not going to jail. I'm not going to jail tonight. You feel me? Like, I'm not doing this tonight. We get in the car. As soon as we cut because she lives on the dead end. As soon as we cut down to like get out the dead end, the cops are literally pulling in. So I'm just like, yo, that was a close one. But we had ended up going to the party and stuff like that. And I just felt like, once again, I felt defeated. I felt like, once again, I was not proud of that, but I was just so angry. And I still was texting. I think I still had called Lisa. Now, a couple days later, I posted the video and I started receiving text messages and calls from my mother saying, oh, Tasha's mother is calling me, telling me she's going to press charges on you. Whatever video you posted, you need to delete. Even my older sister was telling me, like, delete the videos, don't post the videos. And upon that, Tasha's over here telling people I stole from her. I took her red bottoms. Mind you, Tasha never even owned a pair of red bottoms. Like, once again, it was still lies going around. And I don't even know how much I believe that Tasha's mother wanted to press charges on me, because I feel like Tasha put it in her mother's ear, because overall, even at the end of everything, Tasha's mother was telling Lisa's mom, like, I'm happy, Charm, for Tasha because she deserved it. Like, look at what type of friend she's being in. Lisa's mother told me that herself, that Tasha's mother said that. So, like I said, that's hearsay. My mother is telling me something, and I don't even know why my mother was telling me stuff, because it's like, girl, stop calling my phone, because I don't mess with you. You let your husband talk to me any type of way. We have no reason to be communicating. You done took my phone away. Stop talking to me. After that, and I was like, Lisa, if I find out you said anything, we gonna have to lights, camera, faded. Like, I was over it. Like, I was over being around fake friends. I was over people, literally me going to people's house and me them stealing from me and stuff like that. Mind you, Wiz did the same thing to me. Like, it was so weird. But yeah, basically, even me talking to Lisa's mom after the fact, Lisa was like, I'm happy you beat her up, because she was very disrespectful, very distasteful. I wish I would have let her in instead of you. Like, they was basically telling me, like, she was just, I'm happy you got to beat her up. Even her mom even said, Charm, like, you were a good friend to her. I know you was a good friend to her. I know Tasha did stuff to you. Like, she was not even mad at me for beating her up, fighting her, nothing like that, which I respected, because it's like, girl, I guess the mother couldn't beat her up, so she was happy that I got to beat her up and stuff like that, because I guess she felt like her daughter deserved that. And she, like I said, she seen that I was a good girl. Like, she just seen who I was. So yeah, that's the end of my story time. I went through a lot, like I said, with fake friends and people around this time in my life. And I'm still going through cutting people off here and there, or just isolating myself to see who my real friends are and stuff. But yes, I have another juicy story time for y'all coming soon. It's just taking me a lot to get in front of the camera. Sometimes I don't really be in a mood like that, but I'm getting myself together in terms of just like getting in that mindset of like always recording. But the next story time I have for y'all is probably way more juicier than this one, because once again it's with a we'll get to it, but I will see y'all in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, I'm sorry for the background noise if I can't correct it and y'all hear it in the background. But I will see you guys soon. I love y'all so much. Bye.